Good morning. Welcome to Itai Analysis on Crypto. Yes, I want to jump on this video and just let's see the next major move of Bitcoin. So we can see the next major move of Bitcoin. We have the bearish argument and we also have the bullish argument, depending on how you view the chart. On a quick cap, we are going to be looking at, like I said, the bearish argument, the bullish argument, then a little lecture for the day. I decided to add this segment where we can talk about some features on the chart, so I can also enlighten my viewers on this. First, let's talk about the bad news. The bearish argument. I want to bring it to your notice deviation. Deviation is when two or more indicators are moving in opposite direction at the same period. Now on the chart, I have noticed deviation going on, and it has affected the price previously, and there is a major deviation again on the 1-day chart. This is the 1-day chart. The first deviation we saw was this deviation that happened that started in sometime April. This deviation here. If you watch right here, price is going up, forming higher lows, while the relative strength index, the RSI, is forming lower lows. This is a low, this is another low. Relative strength index is forming lower low, while price is forming higher low. Look at this low here for price, look at this higher low. When deviation occurs like this, the reverse is the case. For instance, look at this. We are talking about lows here. When you are talking about lows in deviation, you are seeing low and a higher low, and the other one is telling you low and lower low. Expect a high, an increase in price. The price movement will be upward, the price movement will be bullish. For instance, here we have a low, a low, a low, a low. We had a deviation here. What happened after this deviation? Watch. The price moved upward. Now we are having a major deviation. We are having a major deviation that is quite bigger than what we had previously. But on the other aspect of it, highs, we have a high here and we have a lower high here. Price is saying something different. We had a high here and we are having higher high. This is a deviation and it is on top. We are talking about highs. So when you are talking about highs and deviation, the next price movement is supposed to come low. This indicator is telling us that price will be going down. That's what this indicator is saying. That's one of the bullish arguments we have today. So now let's go to the good news. The good news is the bullish argument. The argument that says price will go up. First, we must agree that the trend is our friend and we don't bet against the trend. We try to follow the trend. We have a trend that has been up for about 85 days. Look at this red line here. Look at this line here. This trend has been up for about 85 days. it has shown bullish movement. Price has been forming higher lows and higher highs for over a period of 85 days. When price recently pumped, this was the pump, and dumped, it did not break this uptrend. Rather, it showed a great respect for the uptrend and just landed softly on it. And there is a bounce back. This trend is showing great strength, and you don't bet against the trend. This trend is telling us that there are more to come in the upward movement. Also, there is another trend Bitcoin has just broken or about to break. Let's look at the monthly chart. This is the monthly chart. This is the monthly chart. This trend has been up for a very long time now. This trend has been up for a very long time now. For about 29 months, we've been following it, watching it. Look at it. All the way from when we tested 20,000 down to present day. These candles are monthly candles. These candles you see here are monthly candles. It tells the price movement for a month. Now we just broke bullish up this trend, but this month still have many more days to go. As you know, we just broke it and we are on top of it right now. If this month candle closes and we are right on top of this trend, it shows Bitcoin is going up. It shows an upward movement. But we have to be even-minded and focus on the charts to know the next major move Bitcoin has to make. We cannot conclude and just say right now Bitcoin is going up. We have to wait for this monthly candle, this particular candle here, this particular candle here, this candle, this green candle right here. We have to wait for this candle to close. If the candle closes below this trend, that's bad news. But if the candle closes above this trend, that's good news. Because the major places we are watching and we have been watching is this trend line. We've been wanting to break this trend line. Once we break this trend line, our next major roadblock is 10,005. Now, breaking this trend line will give us momentum and support to push above 10.5. To push above 10.5. But going below this trend will make it very difficult. So breaking above this trend right now, as you can see, this green candle has broken above this trend. It's a very bullish sign. So let's hope that at the end of this month, we don't go below, this candle doesn't close below 9,100. That's what we should have in mind. Also, if we go to the dailies, the daily charts, I want to show you something on the daily charts. Look at this crossover here. It's called a golden cross, a cross between 15-day moving average and 200 moving average. When 50 goes above the 200, it's a very, very bullish cross. It tells us price is about to move to the upside. Now let me give a little lecture on charts, lecture of the day, this particular segment. Today's lecture is on candlesticks. These are candlesticks. Let me take a back. These are candlesticks. These bars you see here, they are candlesticks. Now these candlesticks describes price movement for a period of time. It can be a month, it can be a day, it can be a week, it can be 6 days, it can be 4 hours, depending on the chart you are hitting on. Right now we are hitting on the monthly chart, so each candle you see there represents a month. Each candle you see there represents a month. Now a candle has two major parts: the wick and the body. This is the wick. Look at this long line up here is the wick, and this here is the body. This tiny line here too is also a wick. So you can have a wick at the bottom, or at the top, or at both the bottom and the top. The candlesticks describes 4 major parts of price movement, considering the period the candlesticks is being used. Like this one that is we are using monthly time frame. The candlesticks will tell us when the price opened, the price at which the candle opened, at which the day opened, at which the month opened. For instance, let's take this huge candlestick here. This one here, this green one here as our example. Price opened here, right here. So candlestick tells us when the market opened, the price at which the market opened. It also tells us the price at which the market closed. This is where the market closed. Up here. This is where the market closed. Candlesticks also tells us the highest amount price got to that day or that month, and the lowest amount price got to that month. Right here, up here is the highest amount price got to, and down here is the lowest amount price got to. So it tells us about open, close, high, and low. In our next analysis, we are going to be discussing types of candle and throw more light on candlesticks, how you can use candlesticks to determine the next movement of price. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like the video. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.